How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Master Beer Reviews back to get another review, and it is Belgian quad time. Solera Belgian quad time. Let's put it that way. In the form of Kane Brewing's 4th anniversary, 1460. Really excited to give this a whirl. Literally just came out a day and a half ago. It's their anniversary beers are Solera Method Belgian Dark and Quads, I think. I think they say all quads, but I think there was a dark somewhere in there. Anyway, Solera Method, for those that don't know, is basically brew a beer, bottle it. Next year, you just basically add the first year to the second year's batch, and then basically add the third year, you add a bit of the first and second and the third year batch, and so on and so forth. A couple breweries do it. Kane does it with their anniversary, so does the Brewery. A couple breweries do that, so really excited to give it a whirl for a couple reasons. One, I'm a really big fan of Kane in general. Since I found them a year or two ago, a couple years ago, I've been a really big supporter of theirs, and because they make good beer, not because they're local, semi-local, or about 3 hours away where I grew up in New Jersey, but also their 1095, which is their 3rd anniversary, was up there as one of my favorite beers I reviewed last year. I think it might have only been beaten out by North Coast Old Stock 2011. So yeah, really excited to dive into this sucker. This is procured and brought to me by my buddy George, who is basically my beer dealer at this point. Thanks very much, George, for hooking this up. I very, very, very much appreciate it. As far as what it says on the bottle, Kane Brewing Company, 4th Anniversary Ale, 1,460. Blend of barrel-aged Belgian-style ales. In the back we have 1460 was created to commemorate our first 4 years. For our 4th anniversary, we brewed a Belgian-style quadruple and racked it into rye barrels where it sat for a year. Then blended it in the barrel-aged versions of our previous anniversary ales. By doing so each year, our anniversary ales will always contain a piece of our past. 1460 marries the complexities of individual components and the intricacies. I'm going to skip over it because I'm going to keep stumbling. I just want to say it so bad. I don't know why I can't say that word. I say it all the time. Skip it. Barrel aging, you know what I meant. A barrel aging with a dark fruit notes and traditional Belgian style quadruple. Stored properly, 1460 should age well. Enjoy now or in the future. Now, that's the only thing I guess I have to talk about. Aging. I love aging beer. I'm going to tell you right now, if you, not that they can't, Solera Method beers, not that they can't age well, not a big proponent of aging Solera Method beers. I still have Kane 1095, last year's version, sitting around, so I don't mind aging it, but I wouldn't go too far with them. There's too many moving parts involved with Solera Method beers, because you have barrel-aged beers, then you have aging involved, and you have all these different parts moving around. So it lends themselves to going sideways quicker than typical just bottle condition beers. There's a lot more going on. A lot more can go quote unquote wrong. So again, I'm not telling you not what to do and then not age your Solera Method beers, but I really wouldn't sit on a bunch of them all too long. I was lucky enough to get a bunch of the 1095, so I was in a position to let them sit. But just as a general rule of thumb, these, I believe, Solera Method beers, I believe, are meant to be drank sooner rather than later. Let's put it that way. And that's coming from a person who is an old beer addict. So yeah, let's see what this sucker has. Nice to see on the bottle. Let's see. My oven going off. Actually, that's my fire alarm going off, which is pretty awesome. Smoke alarm. Cooking in the kitchen at the same time. Insanely creaminess to it. You can see it kind of defying gravity there. Pretty compact bubbles from bottom to top. Goes from like micro to semi-medium. And kind of nice. Somewhere between what I like my coffee to look like and khaki color. So yeah, as you can see, that sucker does not disappoint, color or head-wise. It's pretty damn dark. You can glean a little bit of color through it, a little bit lighter than what I expected. When I pour it, I mean, it's a quad, but you're dealing with aged beer, barrel aging, so I expect it to be a little bit darker. It looks tasty. Let's see what you know. See what the nose is. trying to fight through that sucker. Poured a little bit too much in the glass. I'm getting a lot of chocolate and vanilla out of this one. Chocolate and vanilla. A little bit of like really, really, really dark fruits. Yeah. Not a gigantic nose on it from what I remember. It could be just that head's kind of sealing that sucker in there. But it's definitely rich. It's definitely decadent. You get a lot of chocolate. Like I said, a really dark red fruit, like almost like a rotting, I shouldn't say rotting cherry, but a overly ripe cherry. And I'm getting vanilla out of that. It's probably from barrel aging in there. I'm not getting a ton of rye, but it just smells like a rich, huge decadent. It smells like candy. It smells like a cake or an ice cream cake or something like that. Now, the head's starting to settle in there a little bit, get a little bit lower, starting to get a little bit more of a soft kind of soft barrel char out of it. Yeah, really nice barrel out of it. It's like that shave kind of I just reviewed not too long ago. I reviewed Fegley's their Devious Pumpkin Barrel Aged Bourbon Barrel Aged Devious Pumpkin Ale. Same kind of barrel char I'm getting from that. And I think I mentioned this beer, Kane program, barrel aging program, and then I'm getting that soft. What it smells like to me is if you were to take the inside of a barrel that has been bourbon barrel aged or rye barrel aged or any kind of barrel aged, fill it with beer, and then once you empty it, if you were to scrape some of that char off and then kind of scrape a little bit of like chocolate in there, powdered chocolate, that kind of vibe going on, which is like a soft powdered chocolate kind of char. Now that the actual head is receded, yeah, all about the chocolate in this one. That's pretty much what I'm getting in spades, which doesn't suck. It doesn't seem overly cool. I keep my fridge at right at 50 degrees, which should be cash money for this one. But we'll see. I mean, the nose isn't super impactful, but it smells very rich. So, gonna dive right in. Cheers. That's fucking delicious. This is what that is. Man. That's just beer, man. That's what beer's supposed to taste like to me, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I know some people get off on a lot of different styles of beer, you know? Some people like certain, lean IPA, some people lean this, some people lean that. But this is pretty much how beer works for me right now. I mean, it has a beautiful Belgian base to it. You're getting a little bit, a subtle, very subtle, from the Solera over the years. It's kind of getting lost. Not necessarily a bad thing, you're getting a very, very subtle Belgian yeasty spiciness, very subtleness. Where you're getting beyond that. Chocolate. Not a ton of coconut, a little bit in there. I kind of thought I was going to bring a little bit more because I believe there was a touch more in last year's, but I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting chocolate, I'm getting that really beautiful, exactly what I was talking about before, that kind of char mixing with chocolate kind of vibe, where it's not like a burnt char, charring is burning. It's not like coals, how coals fall apart. If you've ever tasted it on like a barbecue, when you're cooking, if you get a little bit of coal ash on there, it has a like very acidic kind of bad burn. I guess you would say it's more like a caramelization kind of char combined with a chocolate. The mouthfeel, which is always gets me kind of weirds me out. They can get this beautiful kind of mouthfeel with so much amount of barrel aging going on, mixing it, Solera method stuff, year after year, then getting a really nice mouthfeel out of it. Because if you're talking about barrel aging stuff and aging stuff, I mean, mouthfeel is kind of a hard thing to nail, but they nail it on this one. It's absolutely perfect. Yeah, the chocolate is leader in the show in here. You get that rye and the booziness is there. You definitely get it. I think that's the more that dark fruit is not so much from the Belgian than from like a mixture of booziness. I get a lot of cherries out of like a bourbon, whether it be rye or straight. But that the rye itself that's aged in this year, you can get it. It's on the back end. There's just the ever so slightest splash of heat, and it just drinks. But it drinks infinitely easy. And when I say the ABV on this one, it's 12%. 12%. This drinks absolutely fantastic. Yeah. This is how I like my beer. Carbonation is spot on. Another thing that's hard when you talk about barrel-aged beer, the Solera method, is getting the carbonation right. A lot of people get it overly carbonated or undercarbonated. Not the case with this one. This is how I like my beer. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the beer for me, and this is what this is almost like desert island level beer for me. Rating wise, I'm gonna give it a 97. Why 97? Because I think since it is from purchase, not bottle, because they're probably bottled previously, but from selling date to where they actually started selling it, it's day and a half old. I think 6 months to a year will actually do this good. Again, I just harped earlier, you don't want to age Solera method beers. That's true, but I think a little bit of age in a bottle can kind of settle things down. That ever so slightest bit of heat on the back, which is totally minimal at best, I think would be totally eliminated, and I think it would get even a little bit more creamier, a little bit more fluffy, as I like to say, and become a world-class, amazing, super awesome it's going to be super awesome. Super awesome beer. But yeah, this is this is the beer for me. So yeah, what did I say? 97 overall. Let's see, value and availability. They still have some as of a couple hours ago. So if you want to go get some, go get some. Other than that, you poop out of luck. Value. $16. I believe Jersey charges tax. Let's look at $16 base. I believe last year it was $17. I think. Almost positive. So it's a $1 cheaper for this beer and give it a value of a 10 because $16 for $7.50 of this, I would never ever blink an eye at. So there you go. Kane's 1,460. Or 1460, whatever you want to call it, 4th anniversary beer. Solera method dark, Solera method quad. Absolutely beautiful. If you have a chance to get a hold of it, I'm just telling you right now you need to go to, because especially if you're a fan of what, if you want to do that whole thing I do, or say if you like what, we like this. If you like that barrel character that I talked about previously in a bunch of reviews, but most recently my Fegley's Devious, that barrel aged character you get from the Angel Share, Omnipolo's Agamemnon, the barrel age you get from Flying Moonflin barrel aged, from the Devious Pumpkin, that kind of soft chocolate charred barrel that if anybody's tasted, you know what I'm talking about, or if you never tasted it, it sounds awesome because it is. If you like that, you'll like this. If you like, it's getting weird because every year it's kind of getting a little bit further away than being more, it's getting, I wouldn't say it's getting better. It's just getting different in a good way because I love the last one probably as much as I love this one. I forget even what I rated it, but it's getting further away from being Belgian because the Solera method that's not what they do. You know, they do bottle commissioning. Yes, you have breweries nowadays that are La Trappe and St. Bernardus and stuff like that are doing barrel aging stuff, but it's pretty new. So they don't really dip into that all that much. So you're getting a little bit further and further away from the Belgian spirit with that, but if you're into Belgians, especially the La Trappe barrel aged stuff, then you'll love this. And if you like good beer, you'll love this. Let's put it that way. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. I certainly did. If you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a beautiful, beautiful Solera Method anniversary beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.